Hello YouTube, this is Kevin of Keith Kevin Ken. It's time for another mini collection. Now, these mini collections are not reviews. They are not reviews. They are bunches of knives that share common characteristics. I have 4 cases of knives, and we're working through the entire collection, one mini collection after another. These collections here on this channel are all about just loving the knives. So get ready for a love fest, especially with this mini collection, because these are my best knives. These are my favorite knives. I love this size. I love this maker, and we're going to go through them right now. And you probably guessed it. You probably didn't know it was the large Sebenza. This is all about the small. You probably didn't know it was a small Sebenza. This is all about the Chris Reeve small Sebenza. Okay, Chris Reeve calls the Sebenza, has named his knife Sebenza because he's South African, and Sebenza in Zulu is work. These are work knives, but oh, they are so beautiful as well. They are put together perfect, just perfect. When you click it open, you know it's open because of that Chris Reeve integral lock. I love the S35 VN steel. These things, they come out and they just get smoother and smoother as you use them. It's like a good pair of jeans to me. I mean, it's just quality jeans. They just wear and wear, and you start loving them even more and more. This is the plain Jane. Now listen, I've done a couple of mini collections with the Sebenza 25s, the large Sebenza 21s, the carbon fiber Sebenzas, the inlaid Sebenzas. We'll be doing, I'm preparing to do one on the etched Sebenzas, the Damascus Sebenzas, and then the Menunde Sebenzas, all of these Sebenzas. But today, we're just going to have a love fest over the small Sebenza. For me, a small or medium, this is small Sebenza, but a medium knife like the small Sebenza is the favorite for me. Now, I know people who only like tactical knives. I know people who only love large knives. And yes, I have a fat Michelin Man hand, but I just love the smaller knife. One reason I love them because I work in an office, and so I'm not in the field, and these do everything I can ever imagine. So I really like it. I like the Sebenza because they are work knives, but man, just as a guy, I'm sorry, I just like the craftsmanship. I love the plain Janes because it just screams quality. But anyway, this is my first small Sebenza, plain Jane Sebenza. Hey, this desktop is going to get messy here because I can't stop with the small Sebenzas. Plain Jane Sebenza. Every Sebenza I'm going to show you, S35. And then, of course, we have some other types of Sebenzas as well. So let's go through our plain Jane. This is always a hint. When Chris Reeve gives you a lanyard that's not the same, black lanyard, and he gives you a bead, you know it's a little special, and this one is. This is the small Sebenza Tanto blade. Oh, man. I have a thing about Tanto blades as well. So a lot of my collection, Tanto, I love how they look. I love how they function. Again, I can just take this little edge and get a lot done. 2 points as well. I just like it. This is the small Sebenza Tanto, And you can tell the Tanto because they have that blue and gray with the blue iodized bead, the blue stud. But look at that. Isn't that nice? Again, all Sebenzas. This one has a double blue studs. Remember, all Sebenzas, all of them, at least the modern ones. I shouldn't say all of them because I have a large Sebenza classic that's BG42 as well as some other knives. But the current Sebenzas and all of these are pretty much the modern Sebenza 21s. All of them created on or after the 21st anniversary of Chris Reeve's knives. They all have that. They're all full tie. And of course, they have the lock that Chris Reeve invented. And that's the Chris Reeve integral lock. Oh, man. I'm sorry. This is early in the morning, and it just gives you confidence. American made, just solid. Idaho made. That's America. Just solid manufacturing. Oh, man. Chris Reeve. If you haven't seen the Chris Reeve, I want to say that his Blade HQ profile of him and his factory. If you're a Chris Reeve knife fan or have that sickness that I have, I'm just a fanatic. I get it. I know I'm sick, especially when I put together this mini one. I went, whoa, Kevin, you have a problem here. But oh, what a good problem. My son will love this problem years to come, and so will my 5 grandsons. They'll be happy that Grandpa had this knife problem when they open up the cases. This is a Chris Reeve that surprised me. I saw Chris Reeve had a combo blade, half serrated, half plain edge. I'll tell you, I didn't know that it existed, and so of course I got the set. There will be another mini collection video on the combo blade set that Chris Reeves has. So don't forget to subscribe to Keith Kevin Ken so you don't miss any of these small collection videos. Also, I do pocket dumps every single day, at least a pocket dump that represents every single morning of the week. I don't know when I'll upload them, but you will get to see all of those. Here you go. I think nothing's better. And I think it in everything. I'm a classic kind of guy, so I love the plain Jane. And I love when you get a little flare like this. This is a little flare, folks. This is Damascus, ladder Damascus in a plain Jane. Oh man, is that nice? You'll see me do this a lot as I slobber over these knives to do this. One thing I love about doing these videos is not only to share my videos with you and my family, because they like looking at them as well, but also it gets me to go into my collection and fondle them. Some of these knives I don't get a chance to spend that much time with, and so after I do these videos I keep them on my desk. I come home from work and I play with them all night long. This is plain Jane with that Damascus blade. It has everything you ever want with a small Sebenza with that special blade. All of this is about the small Sebenza, but all of it is also about a lot of the variations of the small Sebenza. I think I have most of them covered. I don't have all of the unique ones and all of that. I have no, his unique ones. They just don't do anything for me right now. I might get into them, but right now I'm not that excited about them. This is the riddled. Let me tell you, I tell the story when I do the large 21s. The thing about the riddled is that when I first had enough money to get a Chris Reeve Sebenza, I wanted it so bad. I finally had money. I hadn't bought any knife over $100, and I had only really invested in Spydercos at that time, the smaller ones, the value folders. And so I had money, and I went on Amazon. I said, I'm going to get 3 classic Sebenzas. I'm going to get plain Janes. I'm going to get a plain Jane small Sebenza, a plain Jane large Sebenza 21, and then I'm going to get an Umnumzan. I didn't even think about a 25. I just wanted plain Umnumzan, plain large 25, plain large 21, plain small 21. And I went to Amazon and I ordered the Umnumzan, but they didn't have it in Prime. I had to wait 2 weeks. I went, okay, I ordered it. I went to the small 21 and they said I had to wait a week and a half, and I ordered it. And then I went to the large one, and there was one that said I had to wait 3 weeks to get it. Remember, it was just Amazon. I didn't know about Blade HQ and all these other places you could buy knives at that time. And then I saw the large 21 riddled, the big brother of this knife. It has that pattern. It looks like bullets have gone through the show scale. It's really nice when you think about it. Yes, the concept is it has taken bullets, but what you come out with is this almost skeletonized front scale. And look at this. Watch the holes. There's the blade. You know how many custom blades now? Custom knives that have holes in the show scale? Well, that's the riddled. Later on, I got the small 21 riddled to match up with the large riddled. So I have a thing in my heart about the riddled. Sebenza, this is the small Sebenza 21. Again, I'm going to have a mini video on the Sebenza set that includes the Umnumzan. That'll be coming up later. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't get left out of that one. Double studs. Man, I love it. Again, a plain Sebenza with just a subtle pattern on the handle is so wonderful. I love it. That is the Sebenza small 21. And then, just like every other Sebenza, here's the inlaid. This is a Micarta inlaid small Sebenza. I love the Micarta. Not only does it look nice, I like the Micarta because it really matches that tie, so it's not real extravagant. It looks great. All of the inlaid Sebenzas have 3 strips, 2 on the show side, then 1 on the lock side. He moves the clip right over the integral lock, the frame lock, and there you have the Micarta inlaid. The thing about the Micarta inlaid is it really helps fill your hand. Because, as you can see those strips? Because they're raised strips, they really do a good job of filling out your hand, so the Sebenza really feels even better. It looks better with the Micarta inlays, and it feels better with the Micarta inlay. Yeah. Once I got that Micarta inlay, I said I am in love with inlays. Then I discovered that combo. I talked about the combo with the plain Jane. Well, I have found the big 21 combo with plain Jane and Micarta, and the small plain Jane and Micarta combo. You'll see a quickie mini collection with all of the combo blade knives. Yep, we're still talking about inlaid. Here's a natural wood inlay. This is the only small Sebenza natural wood inlay knife that I have. I have a bunch of the large inlaid knives. I think my mind was, hey, if you're gonna go inlaid and spend that extra $1, let's get the biggie. And so I do have a mini collect. Yes, I have a mini collection video that'll be uploaded at some point looking at the inlaid large Sebenzas. Actually, it's just inlaid Sebenzas altogether. This one is on it. This is the most, this is one of my most recent purchases. It is an inlaid Coca-Cola one. If you're not familiar with Chris Reeve inlaid knives, he does a lot of wonderful natural wood inlays. This is Cocobola. The great thing about the inlaid Sebenzas that are all wood and natural is you get all these variations. I call them complications because they're off of trees. So you get some knotty ones, you get some ones that are greener, you get some ones that are older and ashen. Some people love the perfect ones. I've actually, a lot of mine, and sometimes you can't choose. I love the ones that have all that character in them with the knotty pine and all of that. It's just, I mean, the knots and the older age ones, it's just beautiful. Those natural inlays, if you haven't done an inlaid Sebenza, go natural first because those are really nice wooden inlays. Now this isn't natural. This is space age. This is an inlaid Sebenza, but it's carbon fiber inlay. These carbon fiber Sebenzas, these carbon fiber beautiful work, the Zulu name for Sebenza knives, are really wonderful. They are exclusive to Blade HQ. Chris Reeve does that a lot. He makes these special Sebenzas that you can only get one place. These only come through HQ. Remember, I have a mini collection of all the carbon fiber Sebenzas, so catch that one if it's already up. If it's not, you can catch it later. This is one of my more recent Sebenzas. I actually got this Sebenza. I'm recording this in late January 2016. I got this Sebenza in December 2015, right after Christmas. And look at that Raindrop Damascus. That is the best Raindrop Damascus blade I have on any knife, and I have a lot of knives with that Damascus. Beautiful knife. Again, all of the inlays, even the unnatural ones, the carbon fiber inlays. Very unique knife. Again, a Blade HQ exclusive and a wonderful small Sebenza. Hey, this is Kevin of Keith, Kevin, Ken. We're just having fun on this mini collection, a big mini collection of my Sebenza 21, small Sebenza 21s. I just love the small Sebenza 21s. Here's another carbon fiber. Now this isn't inlaid. Inlaid has those 3 stripes that we talked about. This is a full show side scale carbon fiber. This is also an exclusive. This exclusive comes from knifearts.com. Hey, I buy from Blade HQ a lot. I also buy a lot of Sebenzas and Hinderers from the good folks at knifeart.com. Obviously, they're not sponsoring me. In fact, I pay them a lot of money for their knives. This is an exclusive. It's a carbon fiber small Sebenza. Comes from knifeart.com. Let me tell you about the small Sebenza. You know it's special. Look at the lanyard and the bead. What I really like about this is it is so light. Even the large 21 or 25 that's carbon fiber is so light. Can you imagine this wonderful workhorse with all of this great engineering and craftsmanship, and then to have the whole show side scale with light carbon fiber? Oh, these are my favorite. If all of these had to go, I'd keep the full carbon fiber ones, because I'll tell you, they are so light and beautiful at the same time. Tough workers, tough Sebenza, everything, lock up, play, no play, all of the things, and it's beautiful too. It really is a beautiful knife. That's it. And so once I got that in hand, and I have a large 21 and a large 25, oh man, I had to have a showpiece. I mean, this is a knife that you pull out anywhere. Yes, it's a medium knife. Yes, you know what a Sebenza could do. But man, you put that Damascus to it as well. This is Raindrop Damascus. And oh man, you have a light, beautiful small Sebenza that is a real gentleman's carry. They can do everything. I really, really enjoy this knife. Smooth as butter. I love the Sebenza lock because you know it's in place and it ain't going anywhere. But oh, look at that. Look at that carbon fiber. It's really nice. Carbon fiber, Damascus. And then here's the last three. They really are a set. I'm going to do a larger set of the Etch Damascus blade scale knives. Here you go. Chris Reeve came out with these full tie. I don't like the polish. For some reason, they get gummed up and you have to clean them off a lot on the titanium. That's the only thing I don't like. I love to have the kind of engineering that Chris Reeve and his factory has to put out these mid-tech, high-end mid-tech knives regularly with this kind of quality is unbelievable. But then to come up with design like this, etched in, you can feel the etched. This is Raindrop Damascus. It's not Damascus, but it's etched to look like Damascus on the show side. And then, of course, the Raindrop Damascus blade to match it. It's on tie. Everything's tie. It is just a wonderful knife. That is the 21 with Raindrop scales and Raindrop blade. And here is the small 21 with the ladder Damascus scale and the ladder Damascus blade. Part of the 3 set. It has Raindrop, it has ladder Damascus, and then it has basket weave Damascus. Talk about showy. Oh, Chris Reeve, you're just showing off now. This is the last of my 21 collection. Oh, man. I dream about that mask. Yes, I am sick of that basket weave Damascus. You have to pay a little extra for it. It's a premium blade. But I love that tight lines in that Damascus. I also love how you get it represented on the show side as well. Talk about showy. You know, you take the natural inlay, the Cocobolo, with, oh, I'm sorry. You take the, this is carbon fiber inlay with that wonderful Damascus blade. And then you get the 2 small 21s with full carbon fiber from Knife Arts. You get the carbon fiber inlay from Blade HQ. And then you get this set of scales that represent Damascus and then the Damascus blades. And I'm now a happy camper. This was like Christmas for me, pulling all of these out of the Pelican case to share with you. Here it is. This is the mini collection. That's all of the small Sebenzas. Hey, thumbs up if you enjoyed this collection video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm going to have a lot of these mini collection videos regularly, once a week. Also, almost daily. As much as I can uplink them, but they represent every daily pocket dump that I have, which means we'll be going over at least 3 knives every single day with a lot of different combinations. So why don't you become a part of the Keith, Kevin, Ken family and subscribe to the YouTube channel? I'd love to have you aboard. Thank you very much for giving me some of your very important time. You have a perfect day. Goodbye.